Well, just first off, really proud of our football team. Coming on the road, it's the first time in a month that we've played a game on the road, and we talked to them throughout the course of the week. We had to continue to rise up. We got to continue to improve, continue to get better. It was one of the best week of practices that we've had. When you see the explosiveness, the way that our guys pushed and fought together, to work to get better. And today was not a perfect game. We didn't. There are a lot of things we're going to have to clean up and continue to improve upon. But I'm proud of our football team. I'm proud of them, not just because of just winning the game, but just to who they are. I mean, the mindset which they bring, the way that they fight for each other, the way that they the work that goes into it. With a lot of different guys had to rise up today. I mean, you look at receiver position, we got 3 receivers that two guys that have been starters and a great freshman that were out today. And when you see Kentron, it's a shame that the touchdown was called back, but Kentron coming up big. You see, I'll tell you, Kyle Morlock does a big play there, on the vertical shot. Kyle's been so solid for us. Darion, Jakai with a big play. I mean, it's fun to see those guys continue to grow and improve. And then, Keon was special, and he needs to be. I mean, he's a great player. Trey Benson, was awesome. I mean, Trey has been battling, whether it's running, catching the ball to the backfield is one of the things he's improved so much. I thought those were 2 monumental plays, there in the game. Defensively, I thought our guys battled. It's a tough, some challenges that show up against that offense, and ultimately. For the most part, we were very disciplined in our gaps. You got a chance to be able to impact the quarterback. I don't know how many sacks we had, but I know he was disrupted throughout the course of the game. I thought our guys really flew around. They had some plays, which is gonna happen from time to time. But I thought our guys were really working hard to be better. And we've got great depth on that side of the ball, and we was challenged a little bit today. I had some guys that were down or limited. You're dealing with a variety of things, but I was proud of the way that our guys competed. Special teams. Fortunately, we had the first miss in a field goal. Went off the upright, but I tell you, I still love Ryan's response to it. We were working there late in the game, and he was ready if his number got called. And but I thought the kickoff return by Deuce Spann, another big spark. Deuce is a special player, and I think you're seeing some of the explosiveness that he has, continuing to grow in all other areas. Being able to impact our football team, but I think that you're seeing some of that confidence of emerge in him. So just proud of our guys. Definitely excited to be able to come on the road and get the win, and it sets us up for another road trip next week, and we'll continue to work and get better.
Ira?
Did you like the way you guys had a couple things kind of not go perfectly early on, but it seemed like it never slowed down in terms of the execution?
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought our guys played really hard. I thought they executed. I mean, we had some penalties that we had. We had a couple negative plays. I mean, it was obviously those things will happen. Hopefully, don't happen very much. But I love the response. I mean, to be able to come and finish the second quarter the way that we did. I mean, that was a heck of a response. I think it was 10-7 going in. At the end of the first quarter, and then to be able to get it to whatever it was, 24 or 34 to the 10. I mean, it was a big jump there, and I thought our guys played really hard. We did a good job of being able to manage the clock to maximize the points we had, and really good players made really good plays.
Brendan?
How would you evaluate Jordan's performance? Was that kind of a continuation of some of the good things he did in the second half against?
Yeah, I think Jordan's playing at an elite level, and there's things for what I know within the offense and what he's working and dealing and being able to manage within it. I mean, it's awesome, and I mean he's got a lot of ownership. There's times that there's a little thing here, a little thing there that we get to continue to work and improve on. But I love the confidence of what he's bringing. I love the encouragement of his teammates. I saw sometimes that slightly you can be a little bit different here, a little bit different there, and as he's kind of helping work with those or through those things with those guys. But I mean he's really playing at a high level, and we need him to. This is a time of year where you got to see that continued growth, and I think you look at the career of Jordan Travis, and he's lived that, and here in his last year, I mean, he's just continuing to get better, and I'm grateful for him and just all things that he brings for this football team.
Stay at that table for Kurt.
That Wake Forest offense obviously can be affected by what defensive line is able to make a big impact. It seems like I guess, how do you evaluate that unit, the job it did against that really particular offense?
No, I thought they did a good job. They were disruptive. I mean, there were some very physical plays that happened in there. It's just when you play gap control or however that is against that offense. I mean, if you just sit in the gap, I mean, it forces the timing and the delay. It opens up windows. It's hard to do that. So we were very aggressive with it. We wanted our guys to attack. We wanted not only to win, to be in a gap, but to go win the gap and then have an opportunity to make a play. And I thought our defensive front really established that. I thought our linebackers showed up, did some good things. It's what you have to do against an offense that can really challenge you in a lot of different ways. And they got some good receivers, and those guys made a couple plays and from time to time. But I thought we disrupted the quarterback with the forcing unit, and I was proud of them.
All right, we'll go to the back table on the right side for Essen.
Seems like every tackle for the last year, linebackers are involved. There's their level of play that what do you see from them?
No, like I said, I'm really proud of them for how they were able to impact, and it really is it's a carryover from the impact of the defensive line, forcing penetration, being able to create, and then allowing those linebackers to be able to follow up with it, in there in how they were fitting. And so it was definitely big, seeing guys fly around, and it's what we needed today.
Stay over there for Corey.
On the first touchdown to Keon, is that almost an automatic when it's one-on-one and the safety's kind of scooted in? Is that something, Jordan? I guess I don't want to give you to give away too many secrets, but is that
If
something
we get a lot of one-on-ones with Keon, we're going to throw him the ball.
even just true, obvious, that's obvious, but just taking the ball and throwing it to him immediately, knowing that he can make a guy miss in that spot?
Well, I mean, obviously there's a lot of pressures that were being brought, and sometimes when you bring pressures and you get soft coverage, and where the one-on-ones are, and so but yeah, I mean, if you get a great player in space, I know I like the odds for good things that are going to happen, and he made the guy miss, and we're able to capitalize on it.
We'll go to Chris, second table on the left.
Hey, Coach. Chris Idell from Herman Radio. Coming off last week's fourth quarter, doing a great job against Duke, getting the points and winning it. Do you feel like there was anything carry over from that with the quick start in the first half? Right away the touchdown and just marching down the field.
Yeah, we really talked a lot. It was the main points for this week is we wanted to be better and we wanted to start fast, and that's something that's when you come on the road, noon kickoff. We have to control all things with our energy, our intensity, the execution when we get out on the field. And I thought our guys did that. And then it started started on Sunday last week. But I mean, it was, when you saw how they prepared, I was very confident in how we play. When we got them up, early this morning, and I knew in pregame, I was like, these boys are ready to go. And it still goes back to you get one guaranteed game, one guaranteed opportunity. And that's where for us it's just you go maximize all of them. And that's what makes football so special, because it's so limited. It's so, and it's hard. And so you see guys that prepare at a high level. They come and they pour everything they have into it. They support each other. They believe in the process of what you're asking them to do, and then you're able to take a step. And even with today, I mean, there's some of the mistakes that were made. I mean, I cannot wait to get back and to get better at them. I mean, to go clean them up, fix it. Make sure that guys understand the potential that they have, because we're 8-0, great, right? There's still so much for this team. There's and whatever that is. I mean, it's just we want it all, and go get all that you can by how you work, how you invest, how much you care about each other, and to think we're already 8 games through this season. I mean, it goes fast, and I want to enjoy every day that I get with this group and some of these guys that have been here for five years. Some maybe 6 years. I don't know. I mean, but ultimately, it's been a journey, and but we get today, and we want to maximize today. Lord willing, we'll wake up tomorrow, and we're going to go get better, and that's the mindset and approach of this program.
We'll go front row on the left.
You succeeded in starting fast. The second half, you didn't start fast. Was that more a product of changes that they made, or is that some of the things that you need to clean up on your end?
Yeah, I mean, there's some some negative things that happened. We had penalties that challenged us. Obviously, the first drive offensively, and we had a TFL. I mean, they had a good play. They had a good call into a play that we had. Took a TFL, long yardage situation. Those things are going to happen throughout the course of the game. I mean, this defense has played, really good, throughout the season, and I think they've shown the ability and the talent. I thought our guys were able to neutralize a little bit of that here today, but it did not start how we wanted it to. But I was proud of our guys and be able to make the plays, down the stretch to allow us to come out with the victory.
Go second table on the left.
Hi, Coach. Matt Truckinelli with Fairway FM Sports Radio. So talk about your efficiency today with today's games and how that will prove to be beneficial with the remainder of your season.
Yeah, I mean, each game you take the experiences, the good, the bad, the areas of your productive play, and then the areas where we made mistakes, and you got to learn from them and build from them. And down in that locker room, you see in the team afterwards, they have that desire, and it's not. I mean, this is a hard, it's a hard-earned process. Like every day you show up, within our program, and you're going to get challenged. I mean, we're going to be challenged for more, challenging for better. I know I said a lot, but I mean, there's a lot of other places you can go which can be probably much easier. But for our guys, I mean, you can see how they grow. You can see how confident they are in the moment, even when adversity shows up. When success shows up, you don't get distracted by just the moment. You understand that the growth that's in front of you, if you're willing to take it all, and if you're willing to receive it all, if you're willing to invest it all to go get better. And so I think that there's some positive things that showed up, that whether it's carryover from the last game or things that we've done throughout the season, that are allowing us to take positive steps. And we want to be our best here this next week, and we'll do the same thing as we get back to Tallahassee. Watch the film, improve from it, and I promise you we'll be in a squat rack tomorrow, and we're going to be out on the practice field going to get better.
We're going to do 3 more. We'll go back to Ira.
It seems like you guys have done a good job this year focusing on what you can control and not worrying about everything else. But this week, the playoff poll, first rankings will come out. You guys may or may not be in the top 4. Will you encourage the guys not to pay attention to that, or?
I don't think it's real. I don't think it's real to say, hey, don't pay attention. But you don't control it. Keep getting better. Keep doing the things that we're doing. Go be our best. We can't force anybody to. But they watch. People understand. I mean, this team they've been through it. I mean, we played a really good schedule. I mean, I think that every team that we played is at least 500 or better. I mean, we played a good schedule of opponents, but none of it will matter. All the rankings, all the things that are out there, if we don't continue to improve. And so, just say, oh, guys, don't watch that show, or don't see this. I mean, they come and stand in front of you guys, and you're gonna ask, well, are you upset, or are you happy, or are you? Well, who cares? I mean, it really is. Like, I mean, they're gonna know. But what are we putting our focus on? Are we focusing on a number? A number's not going to define us. Right? What's going to define us is what shows up and how we play next Saturday. What's going to define us is how we work tomorrow. What's going to define us is how we improve this week. That will be defining. And that's what I care about. And we line up against somebody and we put everything we have and do all that we can. And you know what? If we face a disappointing moment, I know how we'll respond. Because it's about maximizing the opportunities that we're given. And I'm sure there'll be a number beside our name, but what that number is, it really doesn't matter right now. Right? Let's continue to work, continue to improve, and see what that number will be at the end.
Kurt.
A number of impactful screens, none probably more than Trey's screen catch and run that he had. I know he talked about wanting to improve as a receiver. I know that progress hasn't always been linear this season, but how far have you seen him come, and just how much of a weapon can he be in that basketball?
He's been great. He had one game. I mean, in one game that he dropped a few balls, and Trey is so hard on himself, and I swear it's like, I love him. I mean, I love the human being because he cares so much about his teammates. He is the biggest fan of every player on this team. Like, you feel his energy, encouragement. And then, when it comes to himself, like he's always pushing. And, what he did in the offseason, because that was an area that needed to be improved. But what he's done as a pass catcher and, the plays that he's made throughout the course of the year have been awesome. And so, I mean, he got to break the rock for us there in the, after the game. And, you see all the things that he does. And he's a special player, and just for all that he does. And I know he can run really fast, and I like when he scores touchdowns. But man, he's one of the best men I've ever been around, and I'm just grateful I get a chance to coach him.
All right, last one will be Corey in the back corner.
What was it like as a coach to come out to an away stadium and see half the stadium in Garden?
It was pretty cool, and you get a sense that you kind of in pregame, and we get out in pregame, and there's garnet and gold all over this fan. I'm like, man, this can be interesting, and but it shows just the support of our fan base, and for the games that we've had at home these last 3 weeks, I mean, all sold out. I mean, unbelievable atmosphere, crowd. To see that on the road, it's special. And we understand who we represent, and there is a standard of how we need to operate and what we need to do and how we need to play. But when you go on the road, conference opponent, man, and you see that type of support, and I'm grateful for our fans, everybody that showed up, and they were loud. It's great hearing the word chant, throughout the course of the game, and but it is special, and we represent a special place, and we got to continue to work to improve to make sure we're doing that the right way.
All right, thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Have a good one. You guys be safe at home, okay?
All right, we'll have players will be spread out around the room, not in the press conference.
Thank you.